Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to have the next tasting of my base porter with crystal 60L and DH, so dehusked Carafa malt. I almost said two there. 118, I'm guessing this is 2021. This year when I start brewing, I will definitely do a better job of putting the full date on there. I do have the papers, the recipe somewhere. Who knows? I actually haven't brewed in a year. But we are going to get back into that. 4.71% ABV. So the thing I can think about this when I was brewing it, so if you haven't followed this homebrew porter series, I wanted to make a whole bunch of different porters. So I start with a base, I added something to it, and I did that in Crystal 40 and Crystal 60 just to see, are you going to get a little caramel? Are you going to get a little toffee? Is it going to add more sweetness? Is it going to add more roast? So I did all those things, and then I went with other adjunct malts, dehusked Carafa, dehusked Carafa 2, chocolate wheat, brown coffee, all these different specialty malts. The one thing I remember with the dehusk, I don't think, because they're burnt or kilned longer, I don't think they add as much sugar as other malts to the beer itself, to the wort. So that way, so because of that, the yeast don't have as much sugar to eat, so you're going to have less alcohol. And I believe we're seeing it in this one. Even though in the last video I just finished one, I said 4.5 to 5.5 is where I want to see it, but this is at 4.71. So I believe that's a little low. I almost want to say it's supposed to be 5.5, 5.3, somewhere in there. But let's go ahead and open this. Good hiss, good smoke, it's going over. Well, there's obviously some sugar in there. Oh no, I don't think that thing's gonna stop. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can get this cleaned up. So my guess is this would have turned into a bottle bomb at some point. Man. Well, we might get to taste this. That's why you always have paper towel on hand. Especially doing these. This is honestly, I think, only the second one that I've had go over like this. And the first porter, this is a mess. Well, we're still gonna go about this. There's a lot of stuff in there. We'll see once this thing settles down some what we do. That's why I always look at that top when I open it, because these home brews, so I just finished one up. What did I say? This is, if that's right, almost 2 months older than the one I just did, and it's using the same amount of small carbonation pearls as that one, but technically with the higher ABV, because that one was 5.3, there's technically more sugar in this one than in that one. Now with that dehusk, as I was saying before we open this, I think there's less sugar, but if there's yeast in there, it's going to keep on carving up no matter what you put in this bottle. So I think we're settling down some. So I'm going to pause. I'll be back. Let me get this cleaned up. And then we're going to try and review this. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I think we're good now. I'm gonna pour some more in here, but I almost want to get another glass. Um, Here, I'll get this one just to see. So because I bottle directly out of the fermenter, when you have situations like this, if you have a clear bottle and you actually watch it, when you pop the top, you can see the air going down and it actually goes into the bottom and swirls and brings everything up. And you'll be able to see on this glass, hopefully, if it focuses, all the trub and everything on there. And that's how you get all that, at least from homebrews. I've said in a whole bunch, I'm going to leave the bottom in there just so it's clear. And this is kind of the reason why, just so we can look at it. I mean, there's floaties in there, but this, I should probably not even worry about it. I'm going to try this. Um, my guess is it's all going to be like that, unless it all went to the top. I'll stop there. It looks a little better, so I'm just going to set this one off to the side. But we'll go ahead and try this. It's obviously carved. I don't know how much now, but hey, this stuff happens. If you are a home brewer and you've heard about bottle bombs, that could have been one. Usually, a bottle bomb, if you don't know, is where the pressure gets so big it just blows the glass, just blows it up. I've had a couple of them, and yeah, sometimes it happens. Overcarb beer, especially if you're using like a sugar water mix, you can have it happen more often, and that's because uh, people don't realize they mix for 5 gallons and maybe they only have 4.5 gallons. So now all of your beers are overcarbed because you're putting in the amount for 5 gallons when you don't have 5 gallons. But I can tell you right now, the same number of pearls, 7, went into this that go into all my 22-ounce uh, bottles. So I'm not sure. It has to be some yeast in there. It didn't attenuate all the way, so there's extra sugar, and that's what happened. Like I said before I cut, um, this is the first porter that's done it to. But color, this looks like more dirty brown. There we go. More dirty brown than what the other one did. Uh, I mean, it's okay. Let's go ahead and smell. I still get that chocolate like coffee in there. Maybe a little bit more sweetness than in some of the other porters. But I would say that light chocolate coffee sticks out the most. Let's go ahead and taste. Light bodied, a little like roasted malt, which you should get. I am getting some sweetness. I was thinking that dehusked Carafa, you're not going to want to use too much because I think if you do, you're going to turn it into a stout. Like the color is going to turn into the stout. Maybe those darker roasted notes you're going to get from that dehusked Carafa too. I don't taste like the burnt acidic um, notes that you that you would get in a highly kilned um, grain like that. Maybe maybe some caramel, uh, like lighter caramel. There's definitely sweetness, and I'm gonna go with it didn't attenuate all the way. Um, and that's what's bringing the sweetness. Now that could be carrying over to me thinking there's caramel, but we're using Crystal 60, so I could see that, and the dehusk Carafa isn't really gonna. I would think it would just give it that more roasted taste, maybe a little bit more chocolate coffee in there, because I don't believe the sweetness would come from that. Not bad, but there's not really a lot there. It's kind of a dull porter, if you wanted to say that much. Um, yeah, I think that dehusk needs to be paired with something. What, I don't know yet. I think I still have to brew more of them because obviously just putting it in there with the standard porter grain bill, it's not really doing anything, I don't think. But yeah, still okay overall. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm all cleaned up. I'm going to do some more beer reviews. If you enjoyed this, check out some more homebrew porter reviews over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And until next time, cheers.